Homeground Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
E tau nei te wairua pai, e tau nei te wairua tau, nau mai te wairua o mātou tipuna tihei Mauri ora. E te iwi nau mai haere mai ki tēnei papahotanga a Whakaata Māori o te kemu tuatoru o te rā tuatoru. Here we are, lads, and yes, you heard me say lads because we've been joined in the box like we were yesterday from the great Maddie Sinclair. From this area. Maddie, great to have you back here for this third of our live stream finals between, as you see running out there, the Waikato under-16 boys team up against Counties Manukau. Maddie, you'll know a few of these boys, I imagine, from the Counties Manukau team.
Hi, how's it going, mate? Georgie, good to be here, boys. Don't know many of these fellas, I'm a bit too old for that now, but definitely know the coaches. A few of my mates are Shantamuri, Jarrett Bays and Hoiata Maxwell Blake, so I'm sure they'll have them running. And then on the county side too, yeah, a lot of young fellas in there that we've seen around the trap, so they'll be coming out hot.
Georgie, I think Maddie's ageist because he kept talking about how old he was. I'm not sure whether that was just a stab at me because I'm nearly twice his age or not, but I think he can just cut that out. Anyway, George, we've been part of the first two of our finals. Firstly, the under-16 mixed final, and then the under-16 girls, which was dominant performance from Waikato. Great start to the game, both dominant performance by the winning teams. How have you found it so far?
Oh, I've been really impressed, and it's answered all my questions of wanting to see exciting touch, some good plays coming in, to see our rising stars of the future as we have Maddie here. He's probably a couple of years off still playing in this grade. And talking about royalty, I just promote to our people out there, we're lucky enough to have Maya Williams, one of the best in the world in the referee system, rated #1 in the world, and Maddie Sinclair in the Opens Touch Black system right now. Hopefully he gets rewarded with a great trial and gets reselected, one of our greatest players for New Zealand as well. It's good to share the commentary box with you guys, and what a game to do with the under-16 boys.
Back to the real royalty, the royalty of the under-16 boys grade, which is the Waikato versus Counties Manukau. Now again, we like to give you some bit of background on how these teams have got here. Waikato undefeated, only a draw in the middle of the day yesterday against Otago. It was a really hotly contested match, and Counties Manukau just the one loss in their last game yesterday versus Waikato. So I always like to see when finalists have played each other, Maddie, in the past, and that would have happened to you a lot. That's through pool play. You've played the team that you end up playing in the final, and so Waikato actually won that game 7-4. How much momentum or what psychology does it do going into a final when you've already beaten the team you're playing against in pool play?
Yeah, for sure. You always seem to have a lot more confidence going into the game, but then again on the other side, you know, you might not have been showing some stuff that you wanted to hold for days like today, or you know, you might have had something up your sleeve that you didn't show. So it definitely does matter, but come these big games, mate, it's all on. It's back to square one.
Yeah, excellent. I know just with the coaching head on, I actually, the more confident my teams were in their own ability, made it a lot easier to come in as the underdog if you had been beaten, because they were really looking to get a bit of revenge, I guess, for lack of a better term, against that team that beat them. So Great insight there from Maddie Sinclair. And George, we're just about to have the number 9 from Counties. Ruka, the vice-captain, Ruka Smythe, tap us off for this, the third of our live stream finals here at Bruce Pullman Park in Takanini for our 2024 Youth Bunnings Warehouse Touch Nationals Championships. We seen this yesterday, Maddie, in the under-16s game we did. I wouldn't say headless chicken, just how 1,000 miles an hour these young lads are. Counties Manukau into their work. The number 3 here, just looking to step back. Good defence there from Waikato. Very, very good set of defence. Zach Way, the coach, would have wanted them to start, George.
Yeah, as you'd say, like with Counties, just trying an attack play, just feeling out what the defence is doing, what they'll adopt to. So they would have got a good picture of how tight the Waikato defence was on that occasion. Waikato, once again, with the ball, working their way through the midfield, and get gifted with a penalty, someone in the ruck. And talking about penalties, let's go back to those people in white. They've been very prominent, very dominant, in a good way of ruling this game. I've been very impressed with these last 2 finals. Let's follow up with another great performance by our 3 top referees.
Yeah, Mitchell Bailey, Sam Taylor, and the man from Counties, Thomas Webster. 3 referees for this game. Refs that have refed quite a bit with each other. Waikato, though, you must have had to have a very similar uniform to get in the finals. In the first game, we had Nelson and Whanganui. So Waikato go down the short side. Nothing on there. Solid defence from Counties. And now we have Counties and Waikato. At least we can tell the refs. Backdoor play. Fakes going to his left. Back out to the right. No space. And gets down for the touchdown, Matty, on that right-hand side.
Yeah, he's just faked the sweep there and kind of caught the winger napping a little bit. Yeah, just fakes a sweep. Beautiful long ball out. And just a great finish by the winger.
Yeah, great insight there from Maddie Sinclair. Just talked about that Counties winger just clocking off for a split second. And the Waikato middle was good enough to be able to take that opportunity. I'm sure this will put a bit of fire in the belly of Counties as we see a backdoor play of their own. He does give it. The front defender was offside. Referee Sam Taylor makes the perfect decision. Says play on. Matter, we just see the opposite here.
Yeah, just like his old man here. McIntyre.
This old man thing again, eh?
Yeah, he's got some great genes, that boy. Just comes around on the sweep, gets low. Easy dot down there.
Georgie, great start to this game. 1-1 in our third of the finals.
Yeah, we're talking about painting pictures there. The first time they faked the sweeper. This time they used the sweeper. When you've got someone coming around on a sweep like that lethal with a nice low game, you've got to use them the first couple of times. If it ain't broken, keep going with it.
Here we see Waikato. The number 10 gets in deep. Good defence there from the 5 this time from Counties. Yeah, you're talking about the backdoor play. We pump the tyres of the try scorer often, but actually the key person in it is the dummy half, the ball player. It's up to them to make the right option. Do I give it to the backdoor player? Do I step off to the right and go back to the other side? So great work from the dummy half in that setup at Counties. And this is something that you talked about, a key part of the game through that transition zone, the orange zone there, Matty.
Yeah, it's good we finally get a bit of yardage going here. So Counties pretty strong. Great start.
Oh, we had a clock off down the other end, George, and now we have a clock off down this end. You look pretty surprised with that, George. Take us through this one.
I'll tell you what, look at this. He just fakes out wide, and then kicks back in, leaves the link out there, wandering. He's like asking for the corner to come. They'll have a good little talk on the way back to halfway about that one.
Yep, probably just clocked off, though. Before we even get to the end of the replay, Waikato are already down on the attacking scoreline of Counties, and just the easy quickie out to the left, I think, with the referee coming back. I thought it was going to be a forward pass, but no. Good defence from Counties. Do you have anything you say in the box, Matty, after a touchdown where just to mentally prepare yourself as you go out to defence, as we see a break down the sideline, knowing how important that set of defence is after a touchdown?
Oh, not really. Usually, you know the importance of it as it's happening. You just want to try and lift the energy from the box, so you're probably just screaming for the lads.
Waikato now, after a good set of D. It's a little bit disjointed in this yards. Here we go, though. One of the meter eaters here, the 13 from Waikato. Constantine Walker. Nice pick. Out the left to right, long ball, space. No, forward pass. Our first maka whakamoa of this third game by Waikato. Counties have the chance to tap. Good exit so far here, Matty.
Yeah,
Nice.
Counties' yards has really been quite strong. But equally, the Waikato press is holding up here.
I said to Georgie, step off his left foot there from the number 3 from Counties.
Yeah, that's a big win for Waikato there. Just over the 10 metre.
Talk to George about who he put his sack of kinners on at the start of the game. If you were to pick a likely victor by the end of this game, who would you be thinking?
I'd like to sell my sack of kinners to Lukey B to slip those down, but yeah.
So you're going to sit on the fence and pick no team?
Definitely.
So we
My
see
mate Bailey
Waikato.
wouldn't be too happy about it, but
Oh, nice. Links up with his winger. Gets deep into the in goal, Matty. Take us through what happened here.
yeah, just huge step off the right there, gets some short side. And his winger just beats his man. Great strike back from Waikato boys there, 2-2.
Yeah, touchdown there from Toby Wales. It wasn't just a fluke that he happened to be where he was when he received the pass. Like you say, beat his defender, took him inside, bumped him off, created space to tie this game up, 2-2. Really hoping with all the texts I'm receiving from the other members of the committee of the drop-off crew, really wanting to see one. It's definitely the best part of the game. On final stay is the drop-off. The lateral movement, and Matty, you know better than anyone, you do it yourself, but the lateral movement by these young men when they're playing against such dynamic attackers to not only make the touch, get back 7, as we see one play here. Ball straight up off the deck by the dummy half to the number 7 from Counties, Harris Tavita, and in for the 3rd touchdown for Counties. As we see, look how quick this ball is up off the ground, Whānau. Boom, straight up onto the ball. He's almost catching it and lying down on the ground at the same time, Matty.
Yeah, he's got some long limbs there, Harris Tavita, and he just gets low, gets in between them. That's Waikato going to have to try a bit harder there to stop that, get a little bit tighter in the middle, force these Counties boys to ball play.
Harris Tavita, skipper, one of the skippers of Counties Manukau. Good defence there. Probably not quite doing enough back in the middle to put that short side defence under pressure. Now we look here, the number 4. He faked me out. My eyes are already going out to the right-hand side there, Georgie.
Yeah, well, the trickiness of these players, right? We've got talent to burn right across the park, and, you know, a lot of players that are doubling off in rugby league, tag, basketball, CrossFit, sevens, what you name it. This is the cream of the crop. They usually, if they're good at touch, they're usually good at another sport. Some names to mention, we got Osborne, we got Williams, we got Cutter. And as we pop over the top and get a recount, I'll also mention Pian. So there are talents in cross codes as well as touch, and they're putting it all out here in the grand final of the 16 boys.
Yeah, I think the sport of touch should get half of every other sport's national budget that they get from the government, because such is the quality of this game. The skills, both the soft skills and the physical skills that you learn, equip you to be some of the best athletes we have in our other sports. As Waikato here don't quite get through. Enterprising there from number 15, Carson Hunter. Good defence from Counties, and this is the part that I've been impressed with. Counties, in my time reffing, always knew they're one of the best teams on the attacking scoreline with their ability. But this, I'm just really impressed, Matty. You talked about it earlier with the yards that they're getting.
Yeah, they've probably just got a little bit more punch at the moment. The Waikato boys definitely trying to press them, but it's just a little bit harder from Counties. And, yeah, you know, you really can't give them penalties on the back end like that. They're going to make you pay down here. Here's Harris Tavita again, long ball.
Oh, what's the call?
Great touch, number 8, Wales.
Thomas Webster right on the job. Come back, short side. Oh, 6 again. I'm sure there was a little bit of a hand in the passing lane there from the winger, and really needed to do this. Probably was beaten. Would have been a touchdown, so great work there from the winger from Waikato just to get a hand to disrupt the pass. Counties, though, comes back to this left side.
Oh boy, Maya. Talk us through that slam dunk touch, Maya.
Oh, you just get what you deserve. If you want a slam dunk, you don't get too many touchdowns. And then we see Counties now, the skipper, number 7, Harris DeVita, hands on the ball again. Good D. Much tighter. We can see 4 players in the picture there, George, for the Waikato team.
Yeah, Waikato's done really well on a nice tight defence. There's less holes around, but with the calibre of Counties, you saw in those diving plays, they can still make cracks out of nothing.
Tavita, Harris Tavita. That would have been illegal if that was a try. There's no way he could have contorted himself like that. Not only is he quick, not only does he have a beautiful pass, but his length. A very tall young man, uses it to his advantage. 33 long, just pumped out from the middle. Not sure, is that the first or the second, George, there? Let's sit on the fence like Maddie and say 1.5 penalties have happened down on the scoreline. Counties with some fresh legs. We see the number 3 enter the picture there. No Tano Hebera. Oh, if this... That's 2. Referee Taylor. Oh no, it is 3. So as you'll see here, that's the 3rd consecutive penalty. Doesn't need to be for the same thing. Can be for a range of things. And when that happens, the person who committed the 3rd offence will be removed to the sideline of the field. And they'll be made to remain there until their team next gets possession of the ball. Number 3 who's just entered the field. Oh, did it make Waikato pay?
Coach killer.
Maddie. Coach killer, talk us through what you mean by that.
When you've got that advantage, you've really just got to be a bit more patient. You can even look to set these tries up, you know, maybe not look to score on the exact first one and just kind of build into it, get a little bit of confidence with it and find the space. But, yeah, really let them off the hook there. That would have taken them up 4-2.
Do teams at your level train for those moments in terms of have specific sequences, in terms of moves that you go to when you've got a numerical advantage right off the bat, one that you don't have to create?
Yeah, there's a few kind of options you want to look to do. You never really want to work it back into the man on. You just got to force the shot really easily, and then you should have the numbers somewhere. It's just about having the right players out there, because a lot of guys can't see the pictures that are required.
I think that's a real key point that you made. Just because you have numbers and just because you do play at this level doesn't mean you have that vision and ability to know how to manipulate it. So, again, heard it from one of our best. I've been in World Cup games where I've seen that there have been that options, but Counties here going for the up and under. Out to the wing. Looks a little bit more like cricket than touch, but another penalty. Referee Taylor really...
Volleyball, maybe.
Keen on...
Not sure about cricket.
At least it wasn't an old joke there, George, so there's improvement. Number 5 from Counties, just going short sides, not much space there. I actually thought there was going to be no chance of a touchdown there, but we've seen the number 6, McIntyre, nearly get across the line. And he's again setting it up, the number 1 coming through. Seen this a bit in the mixed game, George, where there was a lot of tries scored in the middle, just off Quickie stepping back off their left.
Yeah, that's right. My Whanganui had an elusive game from dummy half with the Quickies. Nice slow dives.
Great D. Link just shooting in there, snuffing out that 32 long that Counties have been trying to run a little bit. So there's obviously some good comms coming from the box. On the D side.
Strong touch there from Counties. I think Counties probably missed a couple opportunities. They've had 5 penalties in the last 3 occasions they've been down here, and there's the 6th. So very, very good defence from Waikato. I know that they'll be wanting to exit a lot more accurately when they do get the ball back here. But Counties, they'll need to make sure they can take these opportunities when they get them, because once Waikato get into their stride, a 1 touchdown lead may not be enough. But just taking their time, in the right parts of the field as we see a backdoor play. Fakes going back right, little follow play. Didn't quite work out there, Matty.
Yeah, let's see if Waikato can get their yards going here. That's much better from them. Really a part of their game that's been struggling a little bit. If they can get it right, they're going to be back in the hunt. 30 seconds to go here. It'll be massive to go 3-3 into half-time.
Yeah, some people watching will be saying that counties aren't quite connected on their attack, and I'll put it more down to the defensive structures of Waikato have been very, very good.
Yeah, definitely, George. Nail on the head. Waikato always pride themselves on defence. Oh, just a cheeky little play down the sideline. I almost see every player step out in that instance, and I almost see no refs ever catch it. Fortunately, that time, inside the white lines, referee Webster was right on the money. We just hear the hooter in the background. 2-3. A pretty equal performance. Counties probably deserved that one try lead. Kaua e haere tawhiti mo tonu mai.
Homegrown Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Kia ora te whānau whānui, no mai huki mai to the third of our live stream finals games here at Bruce Pullman Park in Takanini. Day 3 of the Bunnings Warehouse Youth National Touch Championship. We see the score there between the two teams. Counties Manukau take a 1 touchdown lead into this. And George, if you just took us through these tries we see here from Waikato.
Yeah, nice finish by Ward there, making the best out of a situation there, getting a ball, getting on the outside. Here we go, Counties with the reply on the sweep play, giving to that man there, no stranger to the try line, and gets his touchdown, number 6. Counties back once again. After McIntyre's try, look, elusiveness. This was the one where they looked to go out wide and just made that link turn his shoulder and then bounce back in.
And Matty, these tries we see here.
Yeah, just a big step off his right, scoop short side, found his winger open. A bit too easy there. And then this man, Harris Tavita,
referees 30 seconds.
Those long limbs,
Referees 30
just gets down in between the two middle defenders on a sweep and ball down.
Yeah, that was really pretty. I really liked that. We've seen that in the previous game, particularly from Haggy. I think it was the number 8 from the Waikato under 16 skills team. Just the speed with which she come onto the ball at, just caught the defence napping. There's nothing they could do. They're never going to get back there. 3-2, Counties versus Waikato. I actually think the Waikato defence that they demonstrated in that first half will probably what causes them to get across the line here. Missed opportunities from Counties, but just really stuck with it. Did Waikato on that defensive line, did a fantastic job to repel the many repeat sets that Counties Manukau had. It's quite weird, Matty, but I imagine you've been in this position a lot where you might not be leading on the score as we go. You might not be leading on the scoreboard as we go into halftime, but you probably feel like you've been the better team, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. There's you've just got to have your good leaders, being positive in the box, positive chat from your coach, and just sticking at what you're doing, you know, because it's a long game. You've got 15 minutes, plenty of time to come back.
Just looking at the stats, Waikato only had 30% of the ball in that first half versus Counties 70, and yet the score's 3-2. So I imagine they'd be taking a huge amount out of that as we see the Waikato defence.
Great touch from 13. Diving across there, Walker.
There's that hustle that we just talked about on defence from Waikato. Snuffed out that opportunity and now into their work, and this is much better. An area that I have no doubt the coaches addressed at halftime. One of the real hard workers through this area, Shannon Tormudi. Now we're looking for this strike dunk to see what they got. Number 3 picks up off his right, looking short. Just chucking that lob over almost made something out of nothing. Did
Geez,
the
that's
runner
almost an early touch there, Maya, do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Thomas Webster caught him for. One of our county's Manukau referees. Oh yeah, strong touch. The amount of times ref to men's open game, some of the touch are bigger than the hits in rugby, and it's all legit, even though you're supposed to touch people with minimum force. Backdoor play here from Waikato. Oh, nice pick-up. Ball was just behind him. Great skills there from the number 3. Now that's the second touchdown we've seen in the first half. I know what happens after you get 3 in a row. It was Waikato giving them away. This time it's counties. Oh, nice. Had the defender beaten. Turned what probably should have been an easy try into a just try there, Matty.
Yeah, that's 2 points there for that try. So they'll take a 2-point lead, I think, with that slam dunk. So
George talked about there being 3 types of people, those who can count and those who can't, and you're definitely in one of those categories. 3-all, counties Manukau. Just had one put on them by Waikato. I'm really liking the energy, the focus that I'm seeing Waikato come out with in the second half. Really off the back of outstanding defence in that first half. Counties now, though, led by the skipper, the number 7, Calvin Harris-Tavita, in the middle. We see him here running in for... Oh, nice defence. That's the hardest thing in the world as a referee, to learn to referee when you're first coming up. You're so busy about what's happening in front of you. You see this person shoot out, and I think in your earlier years you just go, penalty, offside, and you have actually no idea whether they were or not. So good defence there from the link.
Yeah, they've really identified Harris-Tavita on that 32 long, and the link's just slamming it. He could probably look to get a little bit deeper, give himself a bit more time with the ball, and he might be able to get outside that shooting link.
Oh, there we go. Referee not happy with that one. The force is strong with that young Jedi. Gives Waikato a penalty on the sideline with a fresh set of 6 coming through the midfield.
I was definitely a little bit biased in that area. I always rewarded strong touches. If you couldn't hold the ball, that was normally your fault in my mind. But unfortunately got one there. Waikato backdoor play, fakes it, fakes the follow as well. Looks to go out, winger from Waikato. Beat his man without the ball, did the number 12 from Waikato, Ben Ward. It's a nice little move there, Matty, just seeing the work he did without the ball while it was in the air. Off the right. Oh. Touch was nearly made.
That's just electric footwork here. The classic express, laid on the link. Big right foot.
For anyone who doesn't know what an express is, Matty, what happens in an express, mate?
Oh, just when the link will drag across and late with the middle. Yeah, you really don't want to try and chase that in as a link. It just opens up a can of worms there, and yeah, he was lucky to get the touchdown with that big slam dunk, Maya.
Oh, nice work there from the number 1. Referee Taylor says that both Waikato defenders were onside. We talked about the quality of their defence in the first half, and it's only gotten better in the second as they've kept Counties Manukau scoreless in the second half so far. Scored 2 of their own. They take a 4-3 lead into the last 10 minutes. This is the area that hurt the Matty in their first half, just not quite being accurate enough in those exit plays.
Yeah, for sure. They've been doing some really good work on the D side. It's just yarding out. They seem to make a few little errors. Funny time in the game, they've actually clawed back a bit of momentum. And now, if you keep giving away those yardage errors, gives counties a time to get back into this game.
Is it just a mental lapse from the Waikato team on the yards? So we see counties there just going for a short side quickie.
Yeah, it is. You talk about your job not being done once you've done that D-set. Your job's now to yard out and be as accurate as possible to give the rest of your team the best platform to finish off. So just got to be mentally a bit stronger there.
That's a really good call there. There's one thing to make a strong touch. There's another thing to get the lower half of your body within the ruck and really affect that roll ball. So great call there from the referee. Counties deserve this penalty. Just again, static here as they just waste one as they get their link on to the field. Back to 6 on 6. 32. Looks to go back left. Latches the Waikato winger in the corner and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, so they're just looking for the same setup a lot of the time. The long to Harris Tavita. This time the link doesn't lift up onto him. He's given a lot of time, a lot of space, and he's thrown a peach of a left to right there for his winger, Moss, in the corner.
Great work there from Harris Tavita, and great dot down there from Noah Moss. Good work. First dot down for this, 4-all. Waikato now, they'll be a little bit stunted by that. Their defense has been so good, but go short side. I'm sure some of these kids go under the grass. It's just amazing how low they get and how quickly. I think they start diving before they catch the ball, just the skills they possess. Again, we see it, but the defense is equal to it this time. 4-all. Just pop into the last 7 minutes. Does the score start to sort of sit a little bit closer to the front of your head, Matty, in the final?
Possibly it does. You might start to have to force things, where you probably don't have to. 7 minutes, it's an eternity in touch. Just got to stick at it.
It's an eternity in any game, but when it's your 9th of a tournament across 3 days, played in some crazy conditions, then I can only imagine how empty the tanks are for both of these teams. And that's always so impressive when you see them just grinding that next 30 minutes, not dropping their standards. Better start to the yards here for Waikato. I think that's 4. They'll like to centralise things back to the middle. 4 now, is it? Yep, there we go. That's how good the yards were. They got over in 3 touches. Great strike dump. Looks to come off his right. Beating his defender. Gets... I'm glad he called 6. It would have been disappointing if he could. Penalty, we would have much preferred to see a play on. However, good touch there from the Counties Manukau. Middle defender.
Yeah, Harris Tavita showing he can do it on both sides of the ball there, making a great diving touch. That was going to be a try for sure.
Such as his length, I'm sure he could stand in the middle and dive and touch both sidelines. So we see the number 13 from Counties wrapping into the middle, Joshua Kepa. Haven't seen him with the ball in hand too often. Nice little pickup, wasn't expecting it. Was the link there. Oh, inside, almost like a mid-ground to Cav. Michael Cav, round the back pass. 5-4. Matty, I thought Waikato had the momentum, but Counties, this is a crucial touchdown here.
Yeah, it was. He's just ball in 2 hands. He just held up the D. D's kind of held off him a little bit here on the he isn't given the Geordie, but he's just picked through, and great chop from 1 prior. Serious finish too.
Yeah,
it'll look great on the Instagram.
Beautiful line run there from Pryor on the Instagram. That's for young people, isn't it, Matty? Instagram.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't use it. Your Facebook.
Bebo.
Bebo. There we go. To anyone under 40, you probably didn't know what Matty talked about. I'm surprised he's did. He must have been on his grandma's. Anyway, we have Counties working their way off into the last 5 minutes. 5-4. Good second half, equal second half. Counties defense definitely picked up. Next try doesn't necessarily win, but will have a huge psychological impact on that team. Again, taking their time, not rushing, making sure they got all 6 on. You see the number 3 from Counties. Natana Himura. Probably looking to do a sweep play here.
It's got to be last.
Oh. Yeah,
well, that's got to be last, that one. Maybe not.
Must get 2 for the price of 1. Few extra touches here, maybe. Not sure if we've seen something happen in the middle, but here we have the number 6 looking to link up with the skipper.
Oh, and they get the penalty.
Looks like County's got the discount code there on that one. That set of 6.
Matty, it's obviously really easy to be aware of the touch count and attack because you know, particularly with your exit plays, you know when the ball is somewhere and who's got it, what number that is. On defense, are you equally as aware?
Personally, probably am, just because of the amount of touches you've made in your life. You know, you kind of get a feel for it, what's going on. But I like to have the box also calling the touch count. It keeps the refs a little bit accountable too, and Here's Harris Tavita. He's scooped through. He's found some space.
Oh,
9, Smythe.
I thought the winger cutting back into the middle of the field might have done them out of a try, but Smythe did a great work. Probably a planned play, the winger to come in, the link to drift out. As we see them both here, acres of space out in the open. Harris Tavita taking the time he needed. Beautiful put down by the number 9 from Counties Manukau, the vice captain, Ruka Smythe. 6-4. Total change from the counties here in the second half, Matty. You talked about that change of momentum. Waikato getting himself back into it, but 6-4 out of nowhere it almost seems like.
Wow. Never seen that one. Quite rate that actually.
Yeah.
Almost a little handoff.
Been watching the NFL playoffs,
Yeah,
maybe?
I think so.
Oh, good defense from the Midland counties there. Didn't take what they were showing him on his right-hand side. Stayed square, was able to get back to the diving attacker from Waikato. Great set of defense from counties.
Just really got to be accurate here. Finish your set off. Try and put it in the far corner if you're not going to score, and then look to press.
Waikato will definitely get 2 full sets. They'll need to make sure they score off both and stop counties from scoring on either of those. Skipper. Oh, nice evasion. Steps off his right. Now we just got numbers. Waikato really want to get this ball down on the ground, straight into their work. Need to score 2 touchdowns to tie it up.
Yeah, there's enough time here. You've just got to be perfect in everything you do.
That's a good set there from, good work. Get the ball, get to the mark.
Got to move here.
Get those fresh legs on. Great opportunity to strike. Seem to be lacking a bit of urgency there, Matty.
Yeah, Bailey will be on the time. He's not doing his job. You really got to hustle here. You got to get down there as quick as you can, because you know that counties are going to pull back. They're going to try and take some time off the clock.
Yeah, probably just ad-libbing maybe, it seems like, Matty, rather than having had that tap. It was close to halfway. They almost could have went back to one of their starter plays. They're just looking to try and beat the defender one-on-one, really not manipulating the defense, going one way, creating space the other way.
Yeah, for sure. I think in these situations, you start looking for a try off something really quick, and you kind of go away from what's been working, and that kind of happened there. But full credit to counties, their D was really solid there.
The D's been exceptional the second half, and as you would expect, just taking their time now. They know they're in the lead, 2 touchdowns up, and if they can complete this set, they'll know that's game, set, and match, and it will be one that's really well deserved. It was a close game for a long time. Counties really picked their defense up in the second half. You see them still trying to attack the line. They haven't put the cue in the rack. 11 seconds to go in this game. Counties now know they are the champions of the under-16s grade here for the Youth Touch Nationals. You hear the screams. Referee hasn't even blown their whistle, and they're sprinting out onto the field. Matty, you've done this a number of times. What would they be feeling right now?
Oh, they're pretty excited, the boys. Yeah, just all that hard work. It'll be a long season for these guys, and just knowing that all your hard work's paid off. And
it's full time on the finals field, folks.
Does it change what you feel? Does it go in your first couple, a sense of relief you finally got one, and all the hard work does get paid off?
Yeah, for sure. I think as you get a few more, it does become a bit more of a relief, but still that feeling of elation, will never go away, and that's what you play for right there.
And George, I think at last count you had about 53 gold medals across all the grades and nationals that you won at. What was it like this moment for you when you're there with your boys, with the girls in your mixed grades? What was it like for you?
Oh, you can't beat the feeling. You never beat it, because the sacrifice to get there is hard enough, and then to get the victory on the day, the energy, all the time, the effort that these boys put into this moment is huge. And to get to be the victor on the day, to be the champion of champions for 2024 in the under-16 boys, what a reward. What a reward.
And for me, I just want to shout out, because what I love about this is is for the managers. The managers are like almost got their heart on their sleeve more than anyone else, and they have such little impact in terms of being able to go out on the field. So I always love it, and they're always so happy. Normally Camp Mum and sometimes Camp Dad, they're just so proud of the team that they've been doing all that work in behind the scenes for, and to see them go out and express themselves the way they did, the way the Counties boys did, and get the chocolates at the end of that game was fantastic. There we see the champions, Counties Manukau over Waikato in the under-16 boys grade, a third of our games. We'll see you back shortly.
Homegrown Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.